Hey, this is Jack down at Snake River Fly. We're going to be tying up a full synthetic version of Larry's powerhouse stone that we call the Power Gunion Stonefly Nymph. We're going to be tying it on the SRF bent shank hook in a number 4 with the SRF brass beads in a 5.5 millimeter. We're going to start off with some of the laser legs in brown barred. Pull off just one leg here, fold it around our thread, tie it down, work our way back up to the eye, secure that, and then lash down all the rubber, get those out of the way, whip finish once and twice, so we can get our bead on. We will trim those off later, but they're all right for now. Next, we're going to come in with some 025 lead wire just to help set the bead and give us a little bit more weight. I have no idea how many wraps this is going to be, but usually I go from about the bend into the bead itself. Helicopter that off, mash it down in there, make sure everything's set, clean it up. Since they're bothering me, I'm going to cut these off. Get our thread going again. Work it all the way back down to about the barb. Take a second leg, fold it around just the same as you did. Same technique where we're going to set it. Wrap over the rubber. Come back in and trim that one just a little bit shorter. Oh my God, Brandon's scissors are the worst, but that's okay. Now we're going to come in with some barbed elasticore in dark brown. Tie that in first. I like to tie it on the opposite side of me so I can wrap underneath. Everything seems to set just a little bit nicer. And then we're going to come in with water wick in brown, one of the newer materials on the site. Tie that in. Also on the opposite side. Wrap it all back down to the same point that we tied the legs in, and work our way back up to right about the lead. And then I'm going to start to work the water wick up. Touching wraps all the way up to the thread. Just like we've seen on a few other videos, we're going to loop that water wick over for the wing case. Make sure I have enough left over. Tie that down, just get a few securing wraps in front, and cut off my extra for the next fly. Next, what we're going to do is tie in more water wick in the butter color. You can also do, I think it's the cream, but that one goes well also. Or if you want to do a hot spot, something like an Estes works great. You can really just kind of get crazy with this part. So that's tied in. Make sure I have enough of a thread base that I don't lose my legs in the next step. Next, I have 3 more of the laser legs. I'm going to tie them in with a technique that you guys have probably seen in a previous video. Hopefully, in the future, Brandon will do a technique video highlighting them, but we're going to take 3 legs, cut them pretty close to size, and tie them in at about the middle of what will be our thorax. All 3 together. Do some crisscross wraps so they sit perpendicular to the shank of the hook. They're on there, and we will work our way up into the bead. Make sure that's sitting there all right. Next, we're going to wrap our butter water wick through the legs and the thorax region. I like to do at least 2 full turns before I trap any legs down. So that's 2. I'll trap 1 leg on my side, 1 leg on your side. I'll do it another turn or 2. Trap that middle leg on both sides. Another turn, and then trap the last set of legs and get a full turn up against the bead. Tie it off. One of these scissors is good, one of them sucks. It's a gamble. That one sucks.
Gamble drawn.
Okay, next thing's a little bit trickier. We're gonna wrap this barbed elasticore through the body and through the thorax, tied off by the head. Spiral wraps just like I was using wire. I don't know how many wraps I like to use on the body or the thorax. I just hope to get lucky. I like to make sure that I end on top so the last little bit gets hidden by the wing case. I don't have a weird dark spot. Cut that out. And then pull the wing case over. Get a few in front, and we'll cut that out. Just a few cleanup wraps there. And whip finish. 1, 2. Cut our thread off. Get some of that in there. Make sure all of our thread is secured. And we'll just trim our legs up a little bit. And that should be a variation on Larry's Powerhouse Stone in the full synthetic. That would be great for this time of year on the Henry's Fork, a little bit later in the year on the South Fork and the Salmon.